Drinklikafish. I am your host, as always, Brian Big Fish Ragland. We have a very special guest tonight. We have the Brendan Aylesworth of Aylesworth Drinking, which is our blog on Drinklikafish.com. His exploits as he's up in the air and going to different cities and/or countries sometimes. Drinking beer.
Sometimes.
Drinking beer, and soon to be drinking beer, spirits, mixed drinks. We're going to get into all that. Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
All that. Yeah, that's great. That's awesome. That sounds really, really good.
Absolutely, Brian. We're going to be branching out. We're going to be doing a lot of different things with our new blog. And I've actually imported somebody with me this time from my past.
We like imports.
This is my friend Eric. We won't divulge his last name for security reasons.
Probably a wise idea on this show. So what are we doing tonight? Why are you here? What do we have?
We are here because I recently took a trip to Buffalo. And
New York.
Yeah, Buffalo, New York, with the Buffalo Wings. And oddly enough, I met somebody there who ran his brewery out of his garage, but he was from Richmond, Virginia. And his name was Brian Call, and it's Call's Home Brewery. And he had a few beers there, but one stood out amongst all the others, and that was his Grosse Tete.
What?
I know that sounds gross. But Grosse Tete is big head in French, and
Would you say that had something to do with like his grandfather or something?
Yeah, that would be a nice follow-up, Dick.
Big Head Dick is not his nickname, actually. That's mine.
So, Grosse Tete is actually named after his grandfather, who the French kids in World War II thought he had a large head, and obviously it did not fit his helmet.
Look at the size of that boy's head. Shh. I'm not kidding, it's like an orange on a toothpick.
You're gonna give the boy a complex.
Well, that's a huge noggin. It's a virtual planetoid. Has its own weather system.
It's actually a dark IPA.
It's like a black IPA
Black IPA.
Right.
It's a black IPA for editing reasons. Yeah.
So I think that preferably what they're shooting for here, with a black IPA, with a regular hoppy IPA, it's you're drinking it. It's got that hop bite right off the bat. You don't really taste any sort of the malts. With this one, it basically infuses more malts. It's a darker color, but it has more of a malty up front. And in the back, you should have sort of a piney, sharp, hop, citrusy finish.
Okay.
Theoretically. In theory. But, blah, blah, blah. Let's drink it. Put the soul out on that one.
Yeah. Now, we've been hanging on to this for 2-3 months.
No, I don't think that long. No, absolutely not. And not more than a month and a half. Yeah, this is a good...
Oh god, this smells great.
It's a good thick head, and that's...
Okay,
that's my nickname.
So if you watch his videos online, he makes this all out of his garage. He has a system there that he bought. It cost him
a couple of bucks.
And it's a little bit more than home brewing, but
it's what you would call at this point. It's a nano. It is a nano brewery. It's called a nano brewery.
It's definitely a nano brewery, and
and to just show you the level of nano brewery, there's the label. It's handwritten, which is awesome. I mean, at some point when they get big and they're too big to even talk to anymore, we're gonna be like, we had it when he had a little green label on there.
Yeah, handwritten.
Yes.
This is homebrewed, handwritten. I watched the video of him brewing this. Grosse Tete. Cheers. Thank you, Brian.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Fantastic, dude. Fantastic.
So we were just talking a little while ago. If you're a brown ale fan, it has that sort of, in my opinion, it has kind of the quality of the brown. It's sort of malty, like a nut brown ale, mapley, up front, and then instead of being sort of creamy and roasty at the back, it shoots up into that Simcoe hop, where it has that spike of hops at the back.
The quality of the brown at the start. Hops back in.
Get the hop in the back end to extra.
A little bit extra. Unless you know somebody.
I know a guy who knows a guy.
But it's not heavy at all. It's not heavy at all. It has, so there's a little bit of a bitterness to it.
Like, not Divorce Mother 2 bitter.
Yeah, not Divorce Mother 2, but it adds to it. It's a,
more or less crisp.
yeah, it's
Crisp on the back end.
yeah, it's very light. There's nothing heavy about this beer at all. It's fantastic.
Oh, it's got a great scent to it. It's warm, inviting, has that malty sort of just. If this was colder season, like if this was November, and you're sitting there and you want something to relax by the fire, this would be an absolute perfect beer.
And take into account that I did pick it up 2 months ago in Buffalo, New York, when it was that cold. It was uncomfortable up there, and fuck Buffalo. Knowing what kind of operation he has, and seeing the pictures of the garage and
Wheelbarrows
and the spread out, it makes me feel like I could do this myself.
Right.
But I know that I can't.
No, because you're married.
Because I'm married. You're right, because I'm married.
I'm lucky to be able to do this, and I'm married.
But this outcome is fantastic. Thank you very much, Brian Call.
So
and
good.
Really appreciate it.
This is
Cheers.
Empty glass.
Ah, there you go.